family, friends, and YouTube. Welcome back, my current viewers, and for those of you that are new to this channel, you understand that although I have a 2024 Honda Goldwing and I do a lot of documentation regarding me and my retirement with my Goldwing, I also document parts of my life. So some of this will have, a little bit of documentation regarding my life. Like recently on December 13th, my son graduated college, so shout out to him. I've added a few, two new channels to my brotherhood circle on motovlogging, and one is Memphis Mike. He's not new to the business in any stream, but I've added him to my list that you would find in the descriptions of channels that I subscribe to, and I've also added Slappy's Adventures, Slappy with a big 10-4. So that's where we're at on that part. I know I want to discuss naming motorcycles, and for those of you who are not familiar, Cruiseman a couple weeks ago announced the name of his motorcycle, which is now named Shadow. And in the South, that's common. I don't know where you're from, but is it common to name your motorcycles, your cars, or something like that? Because I know my whole life, we've named our motorcycles, we've named our cars, we've named a lot of things, but that was always a given. Your cars received a name, and usually the name has some symbolic meaning. Cruiseman had a contest on naming his motorcycle, which crossed some people the wrong way. And I just want to say something to those of you out there that get a little confused about how life works. See, there's going to come a time you're going to go to the doctor and you're going to hear something that you don't want to hear. All of us are going to experience that one time or another in our life. And then you're going to have to ask yourself, well, do I move on from here and live my life? Or do I just stay bitter? What do I do? Well, a man named his motorcycle, and you would have swear somebody slapped somebody's child. I don't understand it. Is this uncommon? I mean, I know it is common where I'm from in Tennessee, but is this uncommon where you're from? Please put it in the comment section. I'd like to know. Did you name your vehicles? Do you name your cars or motorcycles? Cruiseman did, and he gave the bike the name Shadow. I know it's a black and white Goldwing, and you say Shadow. It's more white than it is black. Why would you name it Shadow? Because there's some meaning behind it. I'll give you just a little example. When I went in May to purchase my 2024 Honda Goldwing, I wanted to name it something because I turned in my other 2022 Goldwing that I named Bluebell. Again, a southern name, but I named it Bluebell, and I turned Bluebell in. Well, Cruiseman was there, and he mentioned, I said, I'm going to have to come up with a name for this white bike now, and he suggested Snow White. I didn't want a common name, but the idea of snow, that sounded pretty good. So I wanted something with snow in it and just couldn't quite figure out, what am I going to put, how am I going to name snow in it without it being something crazy? Snowflake? No, I don't think so. That's not me. That's nothing of what I stand for. So Snowflake was not going to be it. That's a poor representation of me and the motorcycle. So I thought Snowball, snow of some kind, and I couldn't get it to click. I knew it wasn't going to be just snow. So just by coincidence, we happened to be, we had a tornado warning, and I went to pick up my grandson from daycare. He was 3.5 years old at the time, and I picked him up, and we were riding home. On the way home, we were going down this hill, and my grandson said, "Pappy, when you go down a hill, do you say we?" And of course I don't, but I said, well, sometimes I do say we going down the hill. And it just hit me. Somehow it clicked. I had snow, and then my grandson said "we" when he go down a hill, so I said snow and we, Snowee. But I didn't want a hyphen in between there, so I just named the motorcycle Snowee. That's it. There's where the meaning of my motorcycle, and that's how it got its name. I know for thousands of years, people named ships. Ships are names. They have names. You can remember some ships that came to America. I mean, they have names. Space shuttles, rocket ships, and all these, and the missions themselves have names. So I was just, I guess you could say I was a little confused of why so many people in the comments section thought that when Cruise Man named his motorcycle, or even had a naming contest, that was like crazy. Are we so stuck in our lives so that we can't have fun? I mean, Cruise Man did that out of fun, and yes, I poke fun at him for not having a motorcycle not named, because I haven't heard of anybody that did that in the South, and that wasn't his thing. But he allowed me poke fun at him, and then he turned around, and as popular as Cruise Man is, and for that man to take the time to include me in his thing, to poke fun. See, he's not too big. He's one of the biggest people on the internet when it comes to Goldwing. But he's not too big to help us little guys. He's not too big to talk to us little guys. He doesn't talk down to us. So I thought, why not, be part of this? This is great. So I want to know what you think. Should there be a problem with naming your motorcycle or your car or anything? Do you feel that I know you're not going to like the name necessarily Snowee, and some people don't like the name Shadow. Some people like the name Whisper. But you might not like the name Shadow or anything like that, but it had meaning behind it. Now, for those of you that do not watch Cruise Man's channel, I encourage you to go to Cruise Man's channel, and you might understand where Shadow came from. It had meaning. It wasn't just a name thrown out there. So I didn't want to go on a rant, but I did want to tell people that there are times, like I said, you're going to go to the doctor. You're going to get some information that maybe you don't want to hear. I don't understand why you just can't live your life and have fun. Enjoy your life and have fun with everything. Now, some people say, I like listening to you because you have a good personality and stuff. I don't have a personality. I'm sorry. For those of you that know a little bit about my background, I retired. I was a warden and all that. So I'm not very sensitive. I'm not very touchy. But I do like to have some fun and like humor. Humor is going to make us all go a long way. But again, I do not see the controversy behind naming a motorcycle and how people can be so petty simply because a person did that. Let it go. People, let it go. Would you just live your life and let it go and stop getting so defensive about every little thing? Now, I didn't want to go off on a rant. Turned into a rant, but I did not want to go off on a rant. I just wanted to let my viewers know that, yes, I'm documenting my life. That's one of the things that I set out to do, is to document my life for my grandkids and my kids. And for those of you that follow this channel, you'll know that I have 6 different categories of videos that I do. So you're going to see, some more videos of me, out riding Snowee. I've been remodeling. I'm just finally getting what I call an office. Cruise Man and a few others call a studio. But I'm just part of a community that likes to make videos. We like to make videos around the Honda Goldwing, videos around going places, riding. I'm not your maintenance guy. I will never be your maintenance guy. I'm not your marketing guy. I'm not trying to make money. I'm I do show off a few products every now and then. If I use the product, I will show off the product. But let's get back to the topic of the video, and that was basically naming of a motorcycle. Do any of you feel that it's inappropriate? Do you feel that somehow we cross the line by naming a motorcycle? I mean, I remember, warplanes and things like that being named. I'm sure some of you can name a lot of other things that have been named. So I don't see the problem in it. I hope collectively we all grow up a little bit in our hearts and just start having fun and stop taking everything so serious. And if a man wants to name his motorcycle, so what? Okay, great. If you're one of the people that don't name your motorcycles, that's okay too. So I just thought I would vent. But now Robert White is back. And as you can see over here, I got one of Robert White's posters. But Robert White is back from going out in the cold.
All right, Mac, this one's for you, buddy. Check out that view. And yes, you would be cold. Okay, gotta go.
So now that he's safe back at home, I feel like I can now get back into putting some videos out. I was a little concerned at first because, he wasn't telling us the whole story, because dang well he was out there in the blizzard. So those of you that don't follow his channel, you can go to Robert White Motos, and you could see some stuff there, but you can also go to his photography channel and all that. It's all in my description. It's listed in my descriptions. And you'll see that he likes to go where it's cold. I have no idea why, but he likes to go where it's cold. But anyway, Cruiseman named his motorcycle. He named his motorcycle Shadow. Perfect name when you research as to why he named it Shadow. I support Cruiseman. Cruiseman supports me. And I want to thank everybody that watches my channel and understands that I'm documenting my life, at the same time having fun with my retirement and my 2024 Honda Goldwing. So until next time, just live your life.